natural fact is.
Remain calm. Tax time is here. We're going to get some tips to reduce your stress with Clay Sanford from the IRS. So you should have received your W-2, which is your statement of wages for the past year, from anybody you drew a paycheck from.
Right.
1099s. They should have arrived by now.
They should be coming in the mail, let's say, the first week, couple of weeks of February. Sometimes the 1099s can take a little more time.
Yeah.
But it's important to wait on those because you don't want to file an amended return.
Right.
Say, for instance, if you've got investments, if you've got money in the bank, and then all of a sudden you get that 1099 and then, oops, I forgot to report that.
Right.
So it's best to wait until you've got all your documents ready to go.
Okay. Now, and when you do, for most of America, it's pretty simple. You can file really quickly online, even by telephone if you have a real simple, like, our kids, before they bought homes, had very few deductions. Go ahead and file by phone.
Well, you can go to irs.gov. About 70% of Americans will qualify for a program we've got called Free File. So if you make $62,000 a year or less, you can qualify for that program. There are several types or companies who provide software, I should say, on the Free File application. That's available on our website. So that's very easy to do. And then, of course, there's all kinds of commercial software out there, too.
Right. And there are also people at Dallas Public Library starting today offering volunteers who are going to help you file those returns.
That's right. We have volunteer income tax assistance. We call it the VITA program. You can go to irs.gov. We've got an application online where you can just type in your zip code anywhere in the state, and you can find volunteers to help you locally.
Okay. Now let's talk about a couple of the things that tend to confuse people. Standard deduction. What is the standard deduction? Not the dollar amount, but what is it?
Well, the standard deduction is an amount that actually it creeps up every year, and that is what you want to look at to decide whether or not you want to itemize. Now, with the standard deduction creeping upward, a lot of people are not itemizing anymore. But and this is one of the questions I get all the time. It's very important to keep records, especially if you're self-employed, so that you can see if you can itemize and it will outweigh that standard deduction.
Okay.
So keep those receipts, very important.
Right. So standard deduction, for example, for a married filing jointly is $12,600. If you look at all your mortgage deduction, your charitable deductions, your taxes that you paid, property taxes, and if it doesn't come up to $12,600, if you can't hit $12,600, then you just take the standard deduction.
Right.
Otherwise, you got a little bit more work to do.
So that's why it's so important to keep those records and to discuss it with your tax preparer. What can I do to find more deductions?
Yeah. Now, this year you get two freebies as far as the filing date. One is it's a leap year. There's an extra day in the month of February.
That's right.
And there's another one beyond that.
It's an Emancipation Day holiday in District of Columbia. So that means the deadline this year will be April 18th. I think that's on a Monday.
Okay.
So you have a little bit more time to file this year.
That is great. And of course, more information on the IRS website, which, by the way, for all the criticism of the IRS, it is widely seen as one of the best websites in the federal government.
And that's part of my job to help keep the website updated. So we have gobs of information on there. Every publication that we have is available now for download.
Right. And we have more information on fox4news.com, including some of the most commonly missed deductions that we're going to tell you about that folks are entitled to and frequently forget. So we'll put that up. All right.